Welcome back to HornAfrica Insight, your trusted source for deep, unbiased reporting from East Africa and beyond. Today, we're bringing you the latest updates from Somalia, Egypt, Eritrea, and Ethiopia. Let's dive in. Chinese embassy condemns Somaliland, Taiwan maritime deal. Tensions are rising in the Horn of Africa as the Chinese embassy in Somalia issued a sharp rebuke of a new maritime agreement between Somaliland and Taiwan. Signed during a visit by Somaliland's Foreign Minister Abdirahman Dahir Adan to Taipei recently. The deal focuses on Coast Guard cooperation, aiming to bolster maritime security and resource management. Somaliland says the pact strengthens its ability to protect vital marine resources, critical for its economic growth. This partnership is about shared support for maritime security and development, not against any nation, Adan stated, emphasizing Somaliland's right to form ties based on mutual benefit. Experts like Abdullahi Mohammed Bile from the University of Hargeisa suggest the agreement could modernize Somaliland's Coast Guard and enhance its Red Sea presence, potentially unlocking undersea resources like oil or minerals with Taiwan's expertise. China, however, sees the deal as a direct challenge to its One China principle, which asserts Taiwan as part of its territory. The embassy's spokesperson called the agreement a blatant violation of China's sovereignty, citing the 1971 UN Resolution 2758, which recognizes the People's Republic of China as the sole representative of China. Somaliland's actions harm China's territorial integrity, the statement warned, urging Somaliland to face reality or risk consequences. Beijing also views Somaliland as part of Somalia, rejecting its self-declared independence since 1991. Somalia, aligning with China, has banned Taiwanese passport holders from entry since April 2025, a move Taiwan attributes to Chinese pressure. Halili above Aluni and available. Experts have mixed sentiments, with some praising Somaliland's bold partnership with Taiwan, while others warn it escalates regional tensions. As Somaliland navigates its strategic ties, this deal underscores the Horn's growing role in global geopolitics. UN Food Systems Summit +4 kicks off in Addis Ababa with Ethiopia-Italy agreements. Global leaders converged in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, from July 27 through 29, 2025, for the second UN Food Systems Summit Stocktake, or UNFSS +4, co-hosted by Ethiopia and Italy. Held at the UN Economic Commission for Africa, this three-day event, attended by Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed and Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, tackled pressing issues like hunger, climate resilience, and sustainable agriculture. With only 5 years left to achieve the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals, UNFSS +4 provided a platform to review progress, foster partnerships, and mobilize investments for food systems transformation. Ethiopia showcased its leadership in engaging smallholder farmers, while Italy emphasized sustainable food value chains, notably in coffee production. A highlight of the summit was the signing of multiple agreements between Ethiopia and Italy to boost agricultural cooperation, with a focus on modernizing coffee value chains, aimed to provide Ethiopian farmers with advanced technologies, irrigation systems, and training to enhance coffee production, a cornerstone of Ethiopia's economy, projected to hit 694,000 tons in 2025-26. The summit's Action Day on July 27th featured field visits and a high-level forum at the Ethiopia Museum of Art and Science, spotlighting coffee as a strategic commodity for Africa. Key discussions addressed post-harvest losses, with Ethiopia's 30% crop loss rate improving through new technologies. Some praised Ethiopia's diplomatic role, though some regional voices questioned the summit's impact amid local challenges. As outcomes feed into global forums like COP30, UNFSS +4, and the Ethiopia-Italy agreements signal a bold step for the Horn's food security. Eritrea and Italy strengthened ties with new cooperation agreement. On July 29, 2025, President Isaias Afwerki welcomed a high-level Italian delegation to Asmara's Denden guest house, marking a significant step in Eritrea-Italy relations. Led by Italy's Minister of Agriculture, Food Sovereignty and Forests, Francesco Lollobrigida, and Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, Edmondo Cirielli, the delegation held extensive talks to deepen bilateral ties. Building on agreements reached during President Afwerki's visit to Rome in February 2024, The discussions focused on cooperation in energy, mining, infrastructure, manufacturing, agriculture, marine resources, tourism, culture, sports, human capital development, and finance. Both sides also addressed regional peace, security, and stability, reflecting the Horn of Africa's complex dynamics. A comprehensive plan of action on bilateral cooperation was signed by Eritrea's Minister of Trade and Industry, Nesruddin Mohammed, and Italy's Deputy Minister Cirielli, outlining concrete steps to advance these sectors. The agreement includes regular follow-up meetings in Asmara and Rome to ensure swift implementation. Minister Lola Brigida described the deal as a tangible step in strengthening ties, building on efforts initiated in both capitals. The meeting, attended by key figures like Hagos Gebrehiwet of Eritrea's PFDJ and Italian Ambassador Alfonso De Riso, underscores Eritrea's push to expand international partnerships. Experts highlighted optimism about the economic benefits, with some noting Italy's growing role in the Horn, though others raised questions about Eritrea's openness to broader regional cooperation. This agreement positions Eritrea as a key player in regional development, with potential to boost its economy. Somalia Airlines soars again, with Airbus A320 acquisition. Somalia marked a historic milestone on July 28, 2025, relaunching Somalia Airlines, its national flag carrier, after a 34-year hiatus triggered by the 1991 Civil War. Transport and Civil Aviation Minister Mohamed Farah announced the acquisition of 2 Airbus A320 aircraft from Lima Air Group.
maanta oo taariikhdu tahay 28 bishii 2025
Finalized in Mogadishu after months of negotiations. Dubbed the White Star, the airline plans to resume regional flights within 2 months, connecting Somalia with East Africa and the Middle East. This isn't just about 2 new planes. It's a symbol of our nation's resilience and renewed pride, Farah said, highlighting the airline's role in fostering unity for Somalia's diaspora and boosting trade and tourism. The revival under President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud and Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre aims to reduce reliance on foreign carriers like Turkish Airlines and Ethiopian Airlines, while creating jobs for young professionals. Plans are underway to add 3 more aircraft by 2026, with ambitions for international routes to Europe. The effort complements a $643 million project to build the new Mogadishu Airport in Hawaii, commissioned last month to replace Aden Ade International and meet global standards. Somalia's aviation sector is rebounding, with its 2018 airspace control restoration and 2025 entry into the East African Community's Civil Aviation Safety Agency, signaling international credibility. Some celebrate the proud milestone, though some question the deal's transparency. Somalia Airlines return positions Somalia to reclaim its place in global aviation. Saudi Arabia and Italy step up to mediate Ethiopia Eritrea tensions. On July 24 through 25, 2025, Saudi Arabia's Foreign Minister, Prince Faisal bin Farhan bin Abdullah, held phone calls with Ethiopia's Foreign Minister, Dr. Gideon Timotheus, and Eritrea's Foreign Minister, Osman Saleh, to mediate rising tensions between the 2 Horn of Africa neighbors. The discussions, confirmed by Saudi and Eritrean sources, focused on fostering dialogue to de-escalate conflicts rooted in Ethiopia's push for Red Sea access and Eritrea's concerns over sovereignty. Unconfirmed reports suggest Italy, leveraging its historical ties and recent agreements with both nations, is joining Saudi Arabia's mediation efforts, aiming for a win-win solution. Italy's engagement follows its strengthened partnerships with Ethiopia and Eritrea, notably through agricultural and infrastructure deals signed in July 2025. The mediation comes amid strained relations, with Ethiopia accusing Eritrea of destabilizing actions and Eritrea criticizing Ethiopia's maritime ambitions as a threat to regional stability. Saudi Arabia, building on its 2018 Jeddah agreement that earned Ethiopia's Prime Minister, Abiy Ahmed, the Nobel Peace Prize, seeks to prevent a return to conflict like the 1998-2000 war. Some Ethiopian side supporters highlight Saudi Arabia's influence over Eritrea and Ethiopia's need for Riyadh's approval for Red Sea access, though some question Ethiopia's alignment with the UAE. While no formal outcomes have been announced, the Saudi-Italian initiative signals a diplomatic push for peace in the Horn. Egypt vows to protect Nile water security amid GERD tensions. On July 30th, 2025, Egypt's Foreign Minister, Badr Abdelhadi, met with U.S. Senators Lindsey Graham and Roger Wicker in Washington to voice concerns over Ethiopia's Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, GERD, set for inauguration in September. Abdelhadi emphasized Egypt's commitment to using all legal measures under international law to safeguard its water security, as the Nile supplies over 98% of Egypt's water needs. He rejected Ethiopia's unilateral actions on the dam's filling and operation, calling for cooperation based on consensus to benefit all Nile Basin countries. Egypt and Sudan have long demanded a legally binding agreement, warning that the GERD's 74 billion cubic meter reservoir poses an existential threat to downstream water shares. Despite over a decade of stalled negotiations, Ethiopia maintains that the dam will not harm downstream nations and could benefit the region. Abdelhadi's talks follow U.S. President Donald Trump's recent remarks, calling the Nile a vital source of life for Egypt and pledging swift action to address the issue. During a White House meeting, Trump noted the dam's impact on Nile flows, underscoring U.S. efforts to find a solution. Some support Egypt's push for legal protections, while others back Ethiopia's development goals. As tensions persist, Egypt's diplomatic outreach highlights the Nile's critical role in Horn of Africa stability. That's your Horn Africa insight for today. Mali's airline to Egypt and Ethiopia's Nile. Dam tension, the Horn is at a turning point. If you found this report gripping, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for more hard-hitting updates. Drop a comment. What's the next story you want us to tackle? Thanks for watching, and stay informed, stay engaged.